welcome back. Episode 44. It's me, Jody. That's Amanda. And then we have Winston, which is always our guest. I guess he's
cutting his eyes at you.
He's the...
I just wish I got half the attention he did.
You do. You do.
Do not.
Trust me, you do.
Trust me, I don't.
Yeah. So
where'd you dig that shirt out of?
Oh, this, it was deep in the closet. I saw it. It was a yellowish color, and I thought, you know what, I'm just going to throw it on real quick. Put it on. And then I got it out, and I was like, man, that is wrinkled. And I thought, oh, well. So if you're watching or if you're listening, if you go to YouTube and watch this, you'll see that I've got a wrinkled yellow shirt on. But I don't care. You know, I'm not one to iron. The last time I ironed...
We don't iron.
It was 1999. Close enough. Pretty close.
I don't like to iron.
No.
I just spray it and do the wrinkles out of it.
I don't know what all that is. I know spraying water. You say spritz. Isn't it spritz? Is that
spritz it?
Is that what you say?
I don't think so.
No, spritz is what you do to a plant, right? Don't you spritz a plant? What is it? We had an episode and you talked about spritz, and I didn't know what spritz was. Why are we spritzing? What were we spritzing?
I don't remember.
Is it clothes?
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
Okay. Well, anyway, so I get the spray bottle, spray water on something that's wrinkled, throw it in the dryer for 10 minutes. Get it out.
I don't even throw it in the dryer. I just spray it and
what was that?
Just rub the wrinkles out, and it's good.
I don't know about all that.
It's good to go.
But anyway, so yeah, I just thought I'd throw this on it. But I don't. If you see me 7 days out of the week, how many days is in a week? Every day will be a wrinkled shirt.
Yeah, because you get up before I do, and I can't look at your clothes before you leave.
Well, I mean, it's not. Some days it's bad, and I just look at it and be like, well, nobody cares, so I'm wearing it. And then, like, on Sunday for church.
But I care.
When it's Sunday and it's church, I
me.
look at it and I'm like, well, it's not too bad. And nobody cares.
And
so,
I got to get out of the house before Amanda sees me. She's in the shower. I'm gone.
Yeah, she'll make
Then when I get to church, I'm like, are you serious?
Yeah.
You wore that shirt?
And then you got on to me last week because you said you wore
the same thing the week before.
There was 7 days in between, or 6 days.
I don't care.
Would it be 6 or 7 days?
You wore the same thing 2 weeks in a row.
Look, I've had this conversation with some guys before, and it's like, all right.
2 weeks in a row.
Listen. All right.
Granted, it was washed,
listen,
okay?
Yeah. Listen, if it's Tuesday.
He's listening. He was looking up at you.
Listen, Winston. It's Tuesday. And it's time for me. Look, and I've got to wash clothes. Okay, that's like I've got to wash clothes. Bam. Wednesday, I cannot guarantee that I will or will not be wearing the shirt that I wore Tuesday, because now it's free. It's new. It's in rotation again. There is no 1 week gap in between clothes. Once you wash your clothes, it's like
it's free range.
It
like
starts
all over.
Starts all over. So if I wore this shirt Tuesday, and bam, all the clothes got washed. If this shirt gets pulled out Wednesday morning for me to wear, so be it. Just saying. Who makes the... It's okay.
I make the rules.
It's okay in the wintertime for you to wear the same stinking jacket every day. Nobody's going to say a single word. But by golly, you wear the same shirt 2 days in a row.
A jacket's not straight
People's
touchy.
talking behind...
It's not in your armpits.
But it should be more.
It's not in your smelly pits.
But 3 weeks after you wearing it every day because it's cold outside, is like, well, it's been
to wash that
It's been
sucker.
around the block for a while. But,
you need to wash that sucker.
Yeah. So
don't wear a jacket.
I was just using that as an example. A vest. I don't know. A windbreaker. I don't know. Whatever. Oh my goodness. So, are you done with my clothing stuff?
I don't know.
Okay.
Do you want to get started on your slides?
Yeah, that's what I'm wearing. So, I wear slides most of the time.
I'm going to throw them away because they're getting this squeaky noise that kills my teeth.
I don't know what it is about when I wear them on this floor in here. It makes a.
I can't. I just want to throw something at you.
It's almost like if you step in something sticky. You know, the first few steps.
It's like when your foot is sweaty and you're walking on rubber and it goes. I can't make the noise, but it's like.
It's the same as if you step in something sticky in the first several steps.
Maybe.
It makes that
I don't know.
that consistent, strong sound, but then it goes away. Well, this does not go away.
It don't go away.
It's getting worse and worse. I
I'm
guess
gonna
as
throw
the
'em
tread on the bottom gets wore down, but yeah.
I'm gonna throw 'em away.
But no, look, I think, what are they called? I lost my
Slides.
I was going to say treads. I don't know. I was talking about treads. Slides. I don't know why I couldn't think of that. It's like such a great invention. Even though it did cause me to get burned up in a fire one time.
You didn't get burned up. Now that sounds.
Well, I talked to my arm about that. Well, my arm got burned up. In a fire.
You got burnt
because of my slides.
Because
my slides have made me fall.
And then not long ago, you fell again.
I did.
Didn't tell
because
me.
all this rain that we've got. Oh, I fell hard too. But, let's get off all that. This ain't the Jody show. This is, so I've been watching.
This ain't the Make Fun of Jody show.
So this video's come up.
Or is it?
On TikTok several times, and I saw it. And I was like, man. I was going to tell you about it. And it's a pit bull attack. But it doesn't show the attack. It's like the aftermath of them trying to catch the dogs and everything. So I thought it was new. That's why I was going to tell you about it. I was like, you ain't going to believe this pit bull attack. And it's from last year. So I'm like, but I'm going to tell you about it anyway. So I've got the news footage of it, a recording of it, the audio, if you want to hear it. But what happens is, what are you looking at?
A text.
Oh, yes. Okay. Look, there's a time and a place.
Well, sometimes I have to
put your phone away. This is important. This is me. It's all about me. Remember you said that a minute ago? So it's me time.
Well, so then I'm just going to leave and walk out.
So if you heard anything I've said, what the topic is?
Pit bulls, yes.
Pit bull. Okay, so here you go with your phone.
Here we go again.
Put it on silent and put it away. What's those little things that you go to a comedy club or certain shows?
They call you out.
Well, no, they have these little bags.
I can't put it on silent.
It's like a bag or whatever they have you put it in.
I'll feel it because you can't vibrate.
So it's a pit bull attack. It kills the owner. It's several pit bulls, and so they couldn't get to the guy's body because of all the pit bulls. What is that all about?
I'm smelling this smell in my nose. And I'm trying to figure it out, and it's my hands. You
grabbed your necklace and wiped your necklace and then smelled your hand after you wiped it.
Well, when I was doing that, I do this all the time with my necklace, and that's when I smelled something. And I'm like, it's that new soap.
That was crazy. If I ever see anybody go like,
I just put out new soap, or just opened that new soap in the bathroom today, and then. I guess I didn't realize it smells, and it's like, what is that?
You didn't think it smelled.
Not like this.
You just wasn't expecting that.
Yeah, it's weird. Okay. Anyway,
Squirrel. So let's listen to the. It's about a.
Are you telling me I got to put the darn headphones on?
Put your headphone, because I know the only reason I do this because I know you love putting headphones on.
I'm not putting them on.
So I want you to listen to this, and then we can talk about it. If that's all right with you.
I'm not putting them on.
You're gonna have to. If you want to hear this.
I don't want to hear it.
Well, put them up to yours and get ready.
Sky 5 was overhead as a woman frantically scales a fence, trying desperately to avoid some very agitated and apparently dangerous dogs on the ground below her. They have already killed her boyfriend, whose ravaged body is just feet away. The deadly pit bull attack happened at a home on North Thorson Avenue in Compton. Investigators say the woman discovered the gruesome scene Friday morning in the backyard and called 911.
There is surveillance footage of the incident surrounding the property, and it was discovered that as our victim was in the backyard apparently feeding them, it sounds like they attacked him, and ultimately he succumbed to his injuries.
Law enforcement personnel, firefighters, and LA County animal control officers quickly converged at the location. First responders say the initial challenge was to corral the dogs into a neighboring yard to gain access to the victim.
So how many were there?
So there was 13 altogether.
Why?
So they euthanized all of them.
Well,
it ended up, if I read, once I found out, I looked it up to see when this was, because I was thinking, it's recent, and then I find out it was last year. So I read the news article, and they said it was 5 adult and 8 pups. All right, when they say pups, they're just talking about them being young, but the video, they're full-size dogs. So you're probably talking maybe 4, 5, 6-month-old dogs that they're considering pups. They're all full-grown, and there's a ton of them. How would you like to be that neighbor and you got little kids, and hey, I know he's got a ton of pit bulls. He's a breeder, is what it was. So he breeds them. Oh. So he's got all these dogs, and
they turned on him because he had food.
It's like a pack.
Yeah, he had food.
Even if the leader, if something happens and one turns on you, they're probably gonna start doing the same thing. There's a few years ago, it's a place called Nauvoo. I don't know if you remember the story, but there was a lady, I think she was a girl in her 20s, that got killed by 3 or 4 or 5 dogs. It was just a pack of wild dogs that killed her.
I don't remember that.
Now these, these dog attacks, when they this is like nasty. They just don't like kill and.
Well, if you've got 13 dogs on you,
I've seen some videos of dog attacks. Well, you've seen the canines that cops have, and when they'll grab onto suspect's arm or leg and just jerk, and whatever. Right. So you can imagine if you have 13. Say all 13's not attacking you. Just say 8. 8 pit bulls.
One's enough,
and you got 8. And if they're like pulling in all different, you don't have a chance. You might be been able to fight 2 of them off of you, but you got 4 on your back. That I don't know. I don't know what you do. That's got to be terrible because you're hearing this guy. He's screaming for help. Got to. I don't know what the thing is. It's like this pole that's got a rope on the end of it, and they put it around. It's like a noose. They put it around the dog's neck. They tighten it up. That's like the animal control people have.
To get them.
You ever seen that? And that's how they lead. They do that with like alligators and stuff like that too.
Yeah.
And that's what you saw them taking them off and putting them in trucks and all that. I would have kind of thought that they might have shot the dogs on sight if it was me. You hear of crazy things.
Well, they probably can't do that.
They were talking about this lady that she was trying to survive, had to jump the fence to get away from her. What I guess the girlfriend. Isn't that what they said?
Yeah, they said girlfriend.
Yeah, so I don't know. They're trying to, if they can't retrieve the body, and you can, I would think that they would start shooting dogs. I've seen worse. We've got a dog story that
we're not going there.
I know we can't talk about, but I'm just saying. So
I can't imagine laying there and the dogs are eating on you.
Yeah, there's nothing if it's
you
a
hope
mountain
he
lion,
went fast,
mountain lions
passed out or something.
Well, you can't say that he went fast.
I know.
Mountain lions, stuff like that, tigers, they go for your neck, the jugular. That's just what their instinct, they know to do, to kill you. Now, pit bulls, they're just grabbing at you, just trying to tear you up. I've seen the videos where a pit bull will hang on a rope, will grab something that's on a rope and with their jaws and just hang.
And just shake it.
And shake, and will not let go. They're just, and they're bred that way. So.
But what makes them that way?
They can just turn on you. It's an animal. This dog right here beside me could try and take me out here in a minute at any point.
But we love them.
Really? You got to just be careful with whatever animal you got. Don't ever have an animal that can get you. These people that's got these pythons that get 13-foot long stuff. Well, and then it ends up.
I saw a video today where somebody found a python.
Yeah.
You know me, I'm going.
But you hear stories about where some like old lady or some kid got killed by the parent's snake or whatever because it got loose or whatever.
You should never have a snake.
Have an animal that can take you out.
I don't care what kind of snake it is.
And then these crazy. Hey, it's like Tiger King. Tiger King. I was so fascinated when that whole
it started,
when it came out, because I was like, this cannot be real. I was like, this has got to be staged. This guy, the way he talked, Joe Exotic, the way he talks, his accent, all this stuff. I was like, this is crazy, but I need more of it. I've got to have more. So, and then it just got to the point of like, when you found out his lifestyle and all the, he was singing these songs and putting these videos out, but he wasn't singing the song. He was just lip syncing to and it looked so fake. And then he had
was he standing on a truck at one time or something?
Yeah, and then they would he'd get a gun out there and be shooting, trying to blow up a refrigerator and just crazy stuff.
Is he in jail?
He's in jail. He's got cancer.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Mm. He's hoping that Trump, that last go around, Trump was going to pardon him, but it never
that's
happened.
right.
Yeah.
I do remember that.
So you never know. Trump might do it this time.
Oh,
you
come on, Trump!
Know.
Don't do it. Trump, come on. Anyway, let's swap subjects. Let's go to something.
But let me get done with this.
I thought we were done.
I know. I was just talking about. I just used him as an example. He had like a zoo or whatever, but he loved all these animals. He got in these cages and petted on them and all this stuff. But then they also had videos to where some of them, clawed him and grabbed a hold of his leg and stuff like that. Well, that's what I'm saying. You hear these stories where, you can't trust these animals. Bears? Why have you got a bear? Why? First of all, why you got them in a cage?
Well, what about
There's one last thing, and I'll let you talk. There's a crazy stat that I need to double check, but my understanding is there is more tigers owned by private residents in the state of Texas than there is wild tigers worldwide.
Why?
Is that not a crazy stat?
Where'd you get that from?
Because people are crazy. That's why. I got to have a tiger. Let's get one. I guess you have to, I don't know if you even have to have a license. Who knows in Texas? Who knows anywhere anymore? But
what about the guy that, I can't think of his name, but his little girl's Mindy.
No clue what you're talking about.
It's not Jack Hanna. Not Jack Hanna. He was the...
Oh, Steve Irwin.
Yeah. Didn't he get killed by an animal?
A stingray.
Yeah.
Which was crazy. Which is the last thing you would have thought he'd get killed by. He's out there with poisonous snakes and
everything,
alligators and all this kind of stuff. And a stingray gets them their tail. Is it some kind of spike or whatever? And they said got him in the heart, hit him in the chest. Some freak accident. That's that Jody accident I'm talking about. Freak accident that's going to take me out.
It's going to take you out.
But anyway, what about his... Was you going to talk about his daughter? Or that?
No, I was trying to get to him. I just could think of her name.
I got you.
Trying to get to him. I couldn't think of his name.
So I wanted to tell you about a pit bull story, but you wanted to talk about some other bull.
The Red Bull Soapbox Derby.
Red Bull Soapbox Derby.
Why are we on the Red Bull Soapbox
Derby?
We've
gotten to where on YouTube we'll watch at night. Well, not really. It's on weekends. It's
just whenever we can sit down, there's nothing else to watch, and it's on your timeline for some reason.
Yeah, so we've started watching these 30
and
minute.
They're older. They're older ones. It hadn't been any new, has it?
Yeah, but I mean, it's a little bit of all. I don't know how it all works. I've never researched it. I don't know if it's. There's got to be more than one.
They're so funny.
There's got to be more than one a year. They've got to have because they're in different countries.
Yes.
And then it showed Minneapolis. I think that's the only place that I've seen so far it's ever been in the U.S., but it's always Australia or somewhere in Europe, anywhere like that.
I want to go to one.
But they have these soapbox derbies. People come out and watch it, and they have it's just a small course, and most of them have hay bales designed on the sidelines.
Going down a hill. They're all going down a hill.
They'll have a few little obstacles you got to go around. But the thing about the soapbox is that
they're getting judged on creativity.
They're designing them crazy, making them out, to be some kind of spectacle. Whether it's a SpongeBob one or if it's a LeBron,
Back to the Future.
LeBron, they had a LeBron James figure.
Face first, though. Yeah. He was
had his hand out.
Something, I don't know.
But sometimes it'll be a single rider. Sometimes it'll be 2 or 3 people. But when they wipe out,
But one car turned to 2 or 3 different things.
Oh, as it went.
It went down, they took
a cover off of it and it exposed another. It was like the General Lee off of Dukes of Hazzard. It ended up being Back to the Future car.
But what was in between? There was one in between those.
The A-Team. It was the A-Team van to begin with. The black van with the red
and then it went
to the General Lee. Then it went to the DeLorean.
That one was good. I think that one made it.
I think so. Most of them don't make it to the finish line.
Most of them.
They usually wipe out at least once And then they might make it to the finish
Yeah.
line. But the thing about it is, what we have learned is that do not design your soapbox derby car with small tires.
The little tires.
If you use
they
bicycle
just go,
tires as your front, they are gonna get
because
warped.
when you jump on most of them had jumps.
Yep, they've got some kind of bumps.
Yeah,
something
some
you
kind
go
of
up,
bump.
kind of like a little ramp, and you'll jump. And almost every time, if you've got those small bicycle tires on the front, now some of them
They just go.
are like it's got one single tire on the front, two in the back, kind of like a big wheel. Mm-hmm. And then some of them will have two in the front and one wheel in the back, and then others it just depends. But some of them are designed very well, and some of them, the steering is crazy.
Oh yeah.
One of them, the steering was behind him. He steered behind him, some kind of little gadget.
He was turned
handlebar.
around, right?
Yeah, it was crazy.
I don't know. It was crazy.
Yeah, but the thought they put into some of them is, well, the thought for some of them is very interesting and really neat, and the other one is like, what are you thinking? You know,
just threw that together.
Why did they even let you in? It was like, we don't
Like,
have...
I'm ready to go watch them right now because they're so funny.
It's like, hey, we've got 35 slots and we only got 30 people. Yeah, we'll let you join in. We don't care what it looks like. So,
it's
yeah,
funny.
some of them, hey,
I don't know.
a few of them that wiped out.
I don't know how they don't get hurt.
Yeah, you have to wear a
them.
helmet. And if you don't wear a face mask, I think you're crazy. The helmets with a face mask, because we've seen some of them. One guy,
They land
face
right on their
planted.
face.
Yeah, and when he got up, he was holding his...
Yeah.
I don't know if he lost his front teeth.
Because
or
all
if
of
it was
them
his
don't make
nose.
it to the end.
No.
Most of them don't.
No. But I don't think I could watch it live. And I don't know if they ever have a live version because it would be so slow. Because you'd have to wait for the next one to come. Watching these replays of the funny ones or the top 20 where they just shoot them out there. That's what's interesting because it's pulling them from all around different years and different countries. It's pretty neat. But some of the crowds they have, it is crazy. The people that understands watching. Now I would go to that if it ever came to Birmingham. If it came to Atlanta, I might go.
If it came within 3 hours of us, Jody would go.
Now, I bet Nashville. I bet I could see them going to Nashville.
Really?
Or Nashville. Is it Nashville or Nashville?
I say Nashville.
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 I don't know what I say now that I think about it.
I don't know.
Is it the Caribbean or the Caribbean?
The Caribbean.
You sure it ain't the Caribbean?
I don't know.
Okay.
I say Caribbean.
Just asking.
Let's don't get into this again.
Do you say pool or poo?
We've already done this one time today. We're not doing it again.
Do you say oil or oil?
Oil.
Do you say school or school?
School. I'll say school.
Do you say sandwich or sandwich?
I say sandwich.
Okay.
All right. Let's talk about some Netflix shows that we've seen. Or one.
The one we finished.
One we
last night.
finished.
It's called Siren. Siren or Siren?
Sirens.
Siren. Siren. It's on...
I don't know if it's Sirens. I don't know if it has an S or not. I can't remember.
It's on Netflix. It's recent. It's got Kevin Bacon in it. I don't know what's the red-haired lady? The main character? I don't know her. She's in a lot of stuff.
Yeah. Sirens.
Sirens.
With an S.
It's probably, is it 5 episodes?
I think so.
And each episode is about 52 to 55 minutes.
Yeah.
So you're talking, it ain't something you can just like knock it out pretty quick. But we did, it's not great, but
It's got language in it.
Well, yeah. Everything's got language.
Like, sometimes it's like, come on now.
It
might not have as much language. Am I thinking of the other one we're going to talk about? That's the one that's got the language.
But this one there's no nudity. There's no nudity. There's sexual content.
Okay, I give you that. Okay, yeah. that one.
You understand what's about to happen.
Yeah.
It's almost like when they close the door, you know what's about to happen.
Yeah.
But it don't show nothing. That's what I'm talking about. But yeah, cussing is just a thing now. I mean, what do you do?
It's like understand, normal for
now, I understand,
people.
Though, some shows, cussing is just too much. It's just like...
The other one we watched. Or watching now.
Yeah, it is like borderline, like, I don't know how much
it's
more
like,
I can take. Yeah.
I'm almost done with it.
It has, well, it's just 1 or 2 characters. They use a really bad language, really bad word. But that's in in the wherever they're from, that country. I don't know if it's Australia or somewhere near, but the word that they use is a regular word, and we use it as a really bad word. So that might be why they use it more than.
So what's that show we're talking about?
Well, let's go back. Let's not start on it yet. Let's go back to this one.
Are we going to tell people what it's about?
No, we're just going to say like it's good enough to where it's like when the episode ends, hey, I'm ready to watch another episode.
Yes.
It's keeping you, each episode.
And not a lot here lately do that.
Yeah, each episode is a little bit of a cliffhanger to where it's like I need to know what's going on, but I can.
Plot twist on the one episode we watched 2 nights ago, and he wouldn't finish it.
Yeah, I got you. Well, it's too late.
It was too late. It was Friday again, and when it's Friday again, Jody can't do nothing on Thursday night.
It was actually Thursday night.
Thursday
and the reason
night.
when it's
and Jody
Thursday
says,
night,
it's Friday again.
I always tell them, I said, it's Friday again. And the reason that is because I have to get up super duper early Friday mornings for a certain reason for my job. And so it's like, I can't stay up late. I can't do my normal thing, which a lot of times I don't go to bed any earlier, but I try to go to bed earlier. But, so yeah, so that's decent. I mean, it's decent. Out of, what would you give? Out of 5 stars, what would you give?
4.
4?
I'd go
maybe,
4.
Maybe 4.
Maybe.
Yeah. I feel more if it's 10. If 0 to 10, I'd give it a 7.
I was going to say a 6.
Yeah. That sounds better.
Like, I feel like it could come out with another season, actually.
Because if you tell me you give me a 4 out of 5 stars for something, I'm thinking it's really good.
Right.
But if you're going
6 out of 10.
6 or 7 out of 10, I thought, that's all right.
If it came out with another season, I'd definitely watch it.
Yeah. It's got good characters in it. I like the characters. So,
and it wasn't actually, what do we get hung up on your algorithm? British.
Yeah.
It wasn't British.
It wasn't BritBox.
Thank goodness.
You would think that's what I've got.
I don't know what you got.
But I don't get as much as that now. We watched several
Well, we're trying to get
investigative murder type shows, and they ended up being good. And once we watched 1 or 2 of those, then it just automatically threw all British shows in there, and it's like it got crazy. So the other one is on Hulu, and it's Mobland. And
that's the one that's got some language.
It's gory too. Yeah, because the way they kill. That's right. Because the way you think about mobsters,
that's what it's about.
When they kill some people and they chop them up, So
it's rough, isn't it? That come on tomorrow.
Yeah, it comes out on Sundays.
Oh, how many episodes?
We never talked about the other one that we did, but we'll get back to it in a second. I don't know. I think we're on episode 5 and we're not done. I don't know how many.
Oh, because it only comes out once a week, so we don't know how many episodes of it.
Yeah, it's not like
it's
Netflix.
Not a. That's right.
Which that's what I love about Netflix.
You can just go watch it. You have the option.
Season,
you could sit there and binge it.
The whole season is out there.
But now it's like watching regular TV. You can only watch it once a week.
And the other plus about Netflix, even though something about our Netflix is we don't understand, is because it's
so
slow. Just even when you click on it on the TV, on the app on there, it's like takes sometimes forever. And sometimes it kicks you off. We don't have an issue with anything else except Netflix.
Yep.
We don't know why. But the other thing about Netflix is I'm glad they don't have commercials.
Oh,
that is such a plus.
Jody is not a commercial person.
When we go to Hulu and then there's commercials, it kills me. It's like every 7 minutes. It feels like
TV.
Yeah.
Hulu's like TV.
I'm like, aren't we paying for this? Then why are we getting commercials? And I'm sure what it is, you probably pay the premium.
Pay for another one and you wouldn't get commercials.
Yeah, I get it. Whatever.
Yep.
So it's pretty good. I mean, if it wasn't out once a week and it dropped off, I'd have already seen every one of them. That's how interested I am. So the other one was Lost Girl, Girl Lost, Stolen Girl.
Can never.
I don't know. Stolen Girl?
What was it on?
Hulu, I think.
It was on Hulu too?
I think so. Yeah.
You sure?
But it was
it was good.
Wasn't it British?
It was British.
Yeah. It's about a young girl that gets, you'd call her kidnapped.
Which one's on Paramount?
Maybe it's Paramount. Doesn't matter. It's either on, well, you need to know the name, right, if we're going to talk about it.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to find.
young girl. The mother of another girl befriends this lady. The young girl goes to spend the night. The first time they meet, the mom lets her daughter go spend the night with the other girl and her mom. And then when she goes to pick her up the next morning, the house is empty. Her daughter's gone. And then from there, they're just trying to figure out what happened and why did they kidnap her daughter. And it's pretty good.
It's not Lost Girl. Or at least it's not on Hulu.
Then it's Paramount then.
One of them's Paramount.
I don't know.
We got so darn many.
We'll get rid of some. I don't need Paramount. I don't need Peacock. I don't care about Peacock at all. You can get rid of it.
I don't have Paramount on here to look.
That's fine. It don't matter. It's one of the names of which
it's somewhere.
It's like Lost Girl, Stolen Girl.
Is it Stolen Girl?
Maybe.
It's good. I liked it.
It's all right. I mean,
it took us a minute to figure it out.
Yeah, but I mean, it still left some things. I don't know. It was like it drug on.
Yeah, some of it did.
And then it's like when you get to the last episode, it's like everything gets wrapped up so quick, and then it's over.
And then you're like,
it's like you should.
What just happened?
That last episode should have been 2 episodes. You could have explained a few things a little bit better, but I'm not the producer director of these. I'm just the watcher.
The watcher?
Yeah. You got anything else?
I don't reckon.
We're going to start dropping twice a week. So
let's not tell them that.
So just don't listen to what I just said. I wasn't going to say that, and then I did, and I was like, why am I saying that?
I'm like, why'd you say that?
Yeah.
Beep,
because Amanda's got a trip coming up, and so we don't know if this is going to work out or not, because we don't know if we'll be able to record before you go again to have 2 episodes for the following week.
If we recorded on Friday, we can.
Yeah.
So
we'll see.
Today's Saturday.
Yeah. But anyway,
record again at the end of the week.
So
we got to find something fun to do during this week so we can talk about it.
Yeah.
So take me somewhere.
Oh, okay. It ain't gonna happen tomorrow. It ain't gonna happen Monday.
Darn
it. Ain't gonna happen Tuesday. Wednesday's out.
I guess I'm going to work with you. Something fun.
I'm out.
Jody's done. I don't know what he's...
I don't know. I was trying to tell you to go to YouTube and watch our stinking shows every time we put them out. I try and put them out the week that our episode comes out, but a lot of times that doesn't happen. So just keep checking. I tell you what, if you'll follow us and hit that notification, you'll know when I put the video out there because your phone will tell you. Will it not? Isn't that what that notification is?
It's supposed to,
goes,
but
ding. I know it is.
Mine don't always notify me when people go live on TikTok that I want to know.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
That's like Facebook. I never get on Facebook. I don't have notifications. I won't get any notifications, and then one day I will get notifications all day long on Facebook. All day long. Explain that. They're trying to pull me in. That's all it is.
I guess.
Hey, we know you don't have notifications. We know you don't get on Facebook, but look, we're going to throw this at you. We're going to throw that at you. Try and get you to go on there. Anyway, that and TikTok. Check us out on TikTok. We probably put more out on TikTok than we do anywhere. Shorts and stuff like that. Or is that what it's called? Videos. That's right. Shorts are on YouTube.
Shorts.
Reels are on
Instagram, Facebook. Keep it straight.
Yeah. All right, we got a little dog at the door wanting to come in.
Let's go.
All right. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening.
See ya.
Bye.
Peace out.